Hi everybody, so I've made preps to make a lovely dal gosht. I shall be using some masalas that may be new to you, but I'll tell you about them as we go along. I've got beef on bones and I've got two kinds of dals today, just the orange and the yellow one. I want to keep it simple. I have all these masalas and aromatics chopped up, and without further ado, I'm going to start this recipe because I'm craving a very good dal gosht today. Half a cup each of the yellow and orange dal washed and soaked in water, and I'm just going to wash about a cup and a half of rice. Alright, so this recipe is for 500 grams of beef with bones. I've got some boneless pieces here. I'm going to chop everything into equal sizes, and this bone is going to give us the broth. So let's start by chopping. I don't really use pressure cookers because I don't have one. So I'm keeping the meat into smaller pieces. So that is done, and I'm going to be using one bangan, which is an eggplant, one kaddu, which is a gourd, and some tomatoes and some onions. Okay, so the kaddu is peeled and the bangan didn't need to be peeled. I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of Desi Ghee with a little bit of neutral oil in this pot. 2 medium sliced onions, adding that to the oil, brown lightly. At this point, I want to flavor the oil, so I'm going to start with 2 bay leaves. This is a teaspoon of zeera, that's lal mirchi, there's 2 cinnamon sticks, there's 1 green cardamom, 1 black cardamom, and 3 cloves. Some fresh curry leaves. Now there's a big difference between curry leaves and bay leaves, and these are dried red chilies. Just make sure none of this burns. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of ginger, garlic each, and the meat together. I think it's a great idea to saute the ginger garlic with the meat. Saves time too. Okay, time to add the masalas now. 1 teaspoon curry powder, 1 teaspoon bhuna hua dhania zeera, and this is 1 large teaspoon of sambhar masala, which is a Parsi masala available at Empress Market. If you don't have this, I'm going to give you an alternative. Add it now. And if you can't get to Karachi or to Empress Market, you're just going to use a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala powder, and a little extra red chilies. I'm now going to add the 2 sabzis I showed you earlier, the bangan and the kaddu, and 2 skinned and chopped tomatoes. Give that a little mix, and now I'm going to be adding the 2 dals I talked about earlier, half a cup each of the yellow and the orange one. Sometimes I cook the dals separately with water, but I think I'm going to do it today in one pot, so this becomes a 1 pot easy dal dish. Sauteed really well. I'm going to add approximately 4 glasses of water, which is a liter. Mix very well. Cover and cook this and forget about it for at least an hour. Now this is not a pressure cooker, it's a fast cooker. An hour and a half, and now I think it should be done. You can never tell with beef how long it takes to cook. I'm going to add some green chilies to this and some lemon. Some namak. I don't think I added any. I don't use too much garam masala powder, so just a pinch. I am going to give this a little bit of a bagar with Desi Ghee. 1 sliced onion, a small piece, 3 red chili balls, and a teaspoon of kala zeera, and at least 2 cloves of sliced garlic. I don't like to brown the onions and the garlic too much. I feel it becomes a little bitter. And here it goes. Let's garnish this. Let's serve this. Okay, it's looking and smelling good. My delicious dal gosht is ready with 2 kinds of dal and beef on bones. You can make this with mutton, by the way. That would be so fantastic. Okay, time to try this dal. It is smelling really, really good. And it's simple. It's so good. A little less salt, but so good. I think those masalas really do the trick. I got a piece of the kaddu and bangan, which I think makes a big difference to a dal. I'm really enjoying myself. I know you'll like this recipe. Make it soon, guys. And there you go, my delicious dal gosht